The corpse of the managing director of Foursquare Heights Limited, Femi Osibona, and his friend, a United States of American-based Nigerian businessman, Wale Bob Oseni, have been recovered from the 21-story building that collapsed on Gerrard Road in the Ikoyi area of Lagos State. It was learned that their bodies were found on Thursday by responders during the recovery operation at the scene of the incident. Bob Oseni, a real estate dealer, was on his way back to the US on Monday when he got a call from Osibona to check out the project. Both friends were subsequently trapped when the building collapsed. Our correspondent had reported that the 21-story building crumbled on Monday around 2 p.m. when Osibona, who owned the project, his clients and workers were on the site. One of our reporters, who was at the scene on Thursday, reported that no fewer than 40 corpses had so far been recovered from the site. However, the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo Olu, around 1 p.m. said 32 bodies were recovered. Some relatives of the victims lamented the postponement of the identification of the corpses recovered by emergency workers. They recalled that Sanwo Olu said autopsies were being conducted on the corpses, but families will be able to identify their loved ones from Thursday. The bereaved families said they visited the mainland hospital mortuary Yaba on Thursday. They were denied access to the bodies. The father of an 18-year-old boy, Edward Godwin, while in tears, said he was not allowed to identify his son's body, despite the governor's assurance. He said, "I honestly needed to see my son yesterday, which was on Wednesday. Have been to the general hospital to check those injured, but my son was not there. I thought I would be able to see him today, but I have not been able to see my son." A woman who did not identify herself said she had been to the state morgue as well, but was not allowed to identify her sister's son. She said, "The governor said yesterday, on Wednesday, that we will be able to see the corpse recovered today on Thursday and check if our loved ones were there. But when I went there today, I was not allowed to see anything, despite telling them that the governor said we will be able to check today. I want to know if the boy is still alive or dead. I have not told my sister about what happened because she's not staying in Lagos, and I want to know if he's dead or not before telling her. The government should just allow us to see if our people are there or not." Another woman, who identified herself as Florence, said she spoke with her brother on Sunday before she got a call that he was among those trapped. She said, "My younger brother is here. I spoke with him last on Sunday, but someone called me that something happened and I came here yesterday. Someone told me he was among those rushed to the hospital, and I went to the general hospital and showed someone his picture, and he confirmed that he was brought in unconscious. But since yesterday, I have not seen him or sure of the hospital he was taken to." It was observed that a black Toyota Highlander, reportedly owned by an aluminium fabricator, trapped in the rumble, was driven away from the site on Thursday. The wife of the victim, who sat under a tree, looked vague and declined comments when one of our correspondents approached her. A senior government officer, who did not want to be identified, told correspondents that 35 males and 3 females were brought out dead from the rumble as of 11:50 a.m. on Thursday. One of our correspondents, who was at the scene, noted that more bodies were brought out after that time. However, the state governor, Sanwo Olu, while addressing journalists on Thursday around 1 p.m., said the state Ministry of Health was in charge of taking corpses to the morgue. He said, "As we stand here and we speak, we have recovered a total of 32 dead bodies, and they have been transported to the morgue. And the reason why the corpses were moved to the IDH is because it's one of the foremost preserved morgues we have in Lagos. Let's understand what the chain of command is. This is a Lagos State site, and so the Lagos State chain of command and control is from the State Ministry of Health. They are the ones that have taken corpses to the morgue, so they are accountable. And the people that are moving corpses here are staff of Lagos State Ministry of Health. The staff that are leading rescue here are staff of LASEMA. family sympathizers at the scene, a dead body is not what you hide, it's what you take to the morgue. And it's only when it's accountable from here to the morgue that we have a proper register of it. Meanwhile, Governor Sanwo Olu had declared 3 days of mourning for the victim of the collapsed building. The governor, in a statement by the State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Mr. Gbenga Omotosho, commiserates with all those who lost their loved ones in the tragic incident. All flags are to be flown at half-marks in public and private buildings, and official engagements cancelled during the mourning period, he added. Sanwo Olu noted that since the help desk was opened on Wednesday, only 19 names of missing persons had been registered with the state government. He said the number of persons trapped in the collapsed building remains unclear. The governor said, yesterday, on Wednesday, we opened a register for people that have missing persons or loved ones whom they believe must have been at the site before the collapse. As I speak here, it is only 19 names of missing persons that have been registered. Some of them have pictures, others do not. This list will help us to get information on manifest of those at the site.
That's what I think from tomorrow. That's what I said.
You have some dates.
Yes, that's what they're doing. And so they're doing what they call autopsy. You see, they have to check is a law. They have to confirm what killed them. So they have to write it before they can release it. They are doing it at this. Come on, feel it for you. No, I'm not feeling it.
But you know what I get small like I small event.
Oh, sing for me, name me, need
more
no, ewa. Nítorí ẹ̀yin la.
Just for that.
We will not stop until when we get.
But you know allow.
That's what I think from tomorrow. That's what I said.
You have some dates.
Yes, that's what they're doing. And so they're doing what they call autopsy. You see, they have to check is a law. They have to confirm what killed them. So they have to write it before they can release it. They are doing it at this. Come on, feel it for you. No, I'm not feeling it.
But you know what I get small like.